Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2023, the album, Dad, Shimmy Shimmy, AF, Rock on Gold Dust, Beast! Woman! How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. I have had such a fantastic day today. I went and got my hair cut. Let's see how my hair looks. Oh, look at that. So it's not fancy at all. I didn't do it. She's like, do you want me to do your hair? I was like, no, I'm just going to put my hat on. So anyway, and then afterwards, I went over to Joella's Hot Chicken, and I had a vegan chicken sandwich. They have the chef's kiss, the most fantastic vegan chicken sandwich at Joella's Hot Chicken. I absolutely love it. Then I came home and I took a nap with my little dog, Boo Radley. And then I got up and I was trying to film this video. And I just kept on getting started, and then something happened, and then started, and then something happened. So I was like, okay, listen, this is just gonna have to happen when I get home later because I had couples therapy tonight, and we just got home, and my husband is upstairs getting relaxed for the evening, and so I thought, when you're getting relaxed for the evening, and you're gonna settle down and watch some shows, why not, before all that, make a Deaf Noodles video. So that's what I'm doing. Hi, how are you guys doing? I want to talk about my video that I did yesterday first. So I did a video yesterday talking about Jaclyn Hill and getting blocked by Jaclyn Hill. This is going to kind of morph into my video for today. You'll see how in just a second. But anyway, I did this video yesterday talking about how I got blocked by Jaclyn Hill. And I want to thank I don't know, I'm just going to pull this percentage out of my butt, but the 98% of people that understood that it was meant to be comedy. I really appreciate that. When I was talking about like the wailing women at the funeral that were like, that were like crying because they were so distraught over the fact that Jaclyn Hill had blocked them, right? Listen, Linda, I am 50 years old, even though somebody tried to age me up to 51 in the comment sections yesterday with their ageist remark. I'm 50 years old. I've lived a few days on this earth, and it goes along with the territory that people are going to block me when I talk about them. I get it, right? So it was me just kind of talking about it, but I will tell you this. Anytime somebody blocks me, I'm going to make a video about it, right? And if they unblock me, I'll probably make a video about it too, because I'm a drama commentary channel, and that's what I do, is I do videos over here to just be lighthearted and make people laugh, and I don't know, at the end of your day, be able to sit down and just relax. And you know, I just love this so much. I'm no different than any of you guys out there. I'm just somebody that thought one day maybe I could, you know, start making videos on YouTube, and I did, and I started it on my BookTube channel, and it's now become 6 channels, and I just feel so blessed every single day that I get to get up, and this is what I get to call my life, and I just feel so absolutely blessed, and I wouldn't be able to have this life if it weren't for you guys out there that watch my videos. And, you know, I try to say this on a pretty regular basis, but I was reminded of this yesterday because, you know, there were a couple people in there that got, you know, a little feisty, and they were like, well, of course Jaclyn Hill would block you, you know? Of course these people would block you. You talk about them all the time. Well, that's what I do, okay? I think we know that Peter Monn is a drama commentary channel, and if you don't know that, hi, I'm Peter. I'm a candle review company. I'm a drama commentary channel, and that's what I do. So, yes, you know, I mean, we all know that, and if you come to my channel and you see a video called Jaclyn Hill Blocked Me, that's probably what it's going to be about, right? So let's find our sense of humor that you left back in 1986, and let's not get so feisty and so serious about it, okay? Because it just isn't that deep, right? But I will tell you, in covering drama, like, you know, I do get serious about this sometimes in talking about these things, because I think that there's, these are important topics to talk about. And because I feel so just deeply blessed to be able to do what I do every single day. And I know that it's not you know, for anything other than that there are people out there like you that are watching my videos, that comment on my videos that say, thank you so much for getting me through a tough time, or thank you for sharing about being in marriage counseling, or thank you for sharing about your sobriety, or thank you for just making me laugh at the end of my day. I get so many comments that people say, I've been going through a tough time, or I've been going through a hard time, and your videos just like, they cheer me up, they make me laugh at the end of the day, and I really, really appreciate it, right? But there are at times that I need to talk about serious topics too. And bad business practices are what I talk about on this channel for you, for the consumer, for the audience member that is spending your money on these people, okay? And I know that when you are in love with these people and you have followed them for a really, really long time, you are greatly defensive of them and their actions. And trust me, I understand it, okay? Like I said, I've lived a lot of days on this earth. I get it, right? So I understand your need and your desire to want to be defensive of these people. But my defensiveness is of you. And I know that you don't see that, but it's just objective for me, right? Like when people are like, oh, you have a hate boner for this person. No, it's not that deep for me, you know? And somebody said, I think about YouTube 24/7. I really don't. You know, as soon as I turn off my camera, it's over for me. I'm uploading it, and then I'm on to the next thing, and I'm usually listening to an audiobook or watching one of 15 shows that I'm watching, and that's the truth, you know? And if you don't believe me, go watch my vlog, because I talk about it over there. But, and that's just the truth, you know? But I do think it's important to talk about these things, and I want to say I had several big influencers yesterday reach out to me and thank me, which I did not expect, in talking about these issues and saying, thank you for talking about FTC guidelines and the appropriateness of disclosing affiliate codes and these kinds of things and sponsorships, because there are a lot of people that are not doing it appropriately, and yet there are a lot of us that are doing it appropriately, and we're trying to do those things and trying to still, you know, stay respected and whatever, but it's these people that do it that look bad. And I had one person say to me, if we call them out, then it makes it look like we're jealous, or it makes it look like we are starting drama, and we don't want that, so we just don't say anything at all, right? So there is a reason why the drama commentary channels exist, and that is why I exist, and I will continue to call that out. And so if you're somebody that it is just too hard for you to hear the truth about these people, like I said yesterday, and I love for you to watch my videos, it means the world to me, I really, really appreciate it, but if you are way too sensitive and you can't handle me saying some truths, that you might have to sit there and go, wow, like, should I take this into consideration about this person that I love? Should I? It doesn't mean that you have to not love them. It doesn't mean that you have to, like, all of a sudden think of them in a horrible way, but just maybe consider these things is all I'm asking, right? If you can't do that and you're too sensitive to that, maybe my channel isn't for you, you know? And like I said, I'm just a regular guy that is over here speaking for the audience, speaking for the consumer, you know? And I'm just somebody that loved to watch YouTube, and I started making videos, and here I am. And I feel blessed every single day that I get to do this. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And that's the other thing is that there's so many of these YouTubers, these influencers, that they get to a certain point, and then the lack of gratitude just is not there anymore. And it makes me really sad. I'm like, did you not forget about the people that got you where you are? And because of that, I want to say something today. There is a young lady that has followed me on my YouTube career for a very, very long time, and her name is Emily, and she watches a lot of my channels, and she has a YouTube channel, and her channel is called Emily's Life on Wheels, and it was her dream and her wish to make it to 1,200 subscribers. She was about 15 subscribers away from that yesterday, and she hit 1,200 subscribers, which I am so excited for her. I love Emily so much. She just recently got out of the hospital, so I'm sending well wishes, positivity, and prayers to her. So please, if you guys could, in the comment section as well. But I'm going to link her channel at the very top of my video. If you guys could go over to Emily's channel and you could show her some love and support. And her channel is just daily vlogs about her life. And I love her vulnerability. And that is what I am attracted to on YouTube. That is what I am attracted to on TikTok. That is what I am attracted to of people in life in general, is their vulnerability of telling their story. And I'm such a believer that when we turn our wounds into wisdom and we plant the seed to share with somebody else, we're helping somebody else down the road. And Emily, you are greatly doing that on a daily basis. And you're doing that in your videos, and I love you so much. So you guys, please go check out Emily's channel, and if you would like to, please subscribe to her channel. channel. It would mean the world to Emily, and it would mean the world to me. So I'm going to link her channel below, okay? All right, now let's get into this video at 10 minutes and 3 seconds for my time stampers out there about Deaf Noodles, the noodle. Where's the hairy noodle? Okay, so I feel like I have to be kind of nice because the noodle unblocked me. So anyway, I did the video yesterday and it was talking about Jaclyn Hill and how Jaclyn Hill had blocked me. Well, the noodle had the noodle is Dennis, Deaf Noodles. He had actually unblocked me like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So it's been a while, and I knew that I was going to make this video at some point. It was so funny because somebody yesterday said that they thought it was pathetic or desperate or something that I'm 50 years old, okay, not 51, but that's okay. That a 50-year-old man just ran to his chair to make this video about Jaclyn Hill blocking me. Well, I actually went to brunch with my husband, and then I had a true crime book club, because I have a true crime book club that I run with my good Judy Mel. Hey Mel, how are you? And then I had a true crime book club that we ran for an hour and 15 minutes, which was an absolute blast yesterday. Then I talked to Mel on the phone. Then I talked to my friend Tanya Jean about some recovery stuff. And then I talked to some other people. And then I came inside and hung out with my husband and my dog. And then I made the video about Jaclyn Hill. So no, I didn't run to the chair to do it. I know people are like, oh my God, he couldn't wait to tell the world that Jaclyn Hill blocked him. I had already tweeted that out. So I didn't need to do all that. But anyway, y'all knew the video was coming, okay? Jaclyn should have known. I mean, she knew as soon as she did it that it was coming. But anyway, because Jaclyn blocked me yesterday, I thought it would be apropos. Oh my God, that's like one of my favorite words in the entire world. I love the word apropos. Do you have favorite words and words that you don't like? Okay. So I have some favorite words of mine, and my favorite word, one of my favorite words is apropos, and I was just talking to my husband about this the other day. Some of my least favorite words are meaty, juicy, moist, and I definitely don't like them used in one sentence together, okay? So just don't. And I also don't like the word trousers. I don't really know why. And I don't like the word Davenport, which is an old-fashioned word for couch. My grandma used to use it back in the day. I don't know why I don't like that word, but it drives me crazy whenever I hear it. So anyway, but those are, do you have words that you don't like? Yeah, juicy, meaty, moist are for, grody. I don't like those words at all. So anyway, I thought it would be very apropos since I did the Jaclyn Hill blocked me video yesterday for me to turn around today and do a video about the noodle unblocking me. So I did a video a couple weeks ago. I don't even know what the video was about now, but it was something about the noodle, and it was something about the noodle and his apology tour. I think that's what it was about, right? And how he was unblocking all these people, and he was going into their DMs, and he was trying to, make right for all of this craziness that he had done, in the last year or whatever. And then, oh, I know what it was. He had put out this apology video, and in the apology video, he was in San Diego at the time, and he was, I think in a hotel room or something like that. And it was just a 5-minute video. And in the video, he said, and I have to tell you what was interesting about that was a lot of people weren't buying it. A lot of people were like, little too late, and whatever, and it is what it is. I mean, people have to accept what they're going to accept, I guess. It's each person's decision whether or not they accept an apology for Dennis on this and whatever. And so, I mean, he called me corny. I've been called a lot of things in my life, okay? Trust. I've been called a lot of things in my life. I don't even think that corny is an insult. I really don't. I kind of take corny as it kind of means I'm a comedian, right? So I kind of take corny as kind of a compliment to some degree. But anyway, so he was unblocking all these people and whatever. And I even said in the video, I said that I didn't buy that he was turning around and he was changing until I got unblocked by Dennis, until he unblocked me. Then I was okay, until that moment that I didn't believe that he was anything different. So, I don't know, something happened, a day or two later, and all of a sudden, somebody had retweeted something, and I saw it come up on my timeline, and I'm like, how am I seeing the noodle? Through all the bush. How am I seeing the noodle? Where are the crabs? Oh my God! I'm like, how am I seeing the noodle? Did he use Manscaped? I don't know. So, I was like, what is going on with the noodle that I'm seeing his tweet? Okay, Anyway, I'm like, how am I seeing the noodle? All of a sudden, I must be unblocked. So I go to his Twitter. We're not following each other or anything like that. But all of a sudden, I don't think I'm following him. But anyway, all of a sudden, like, I'm unblocked. And I'm like, oh my God, like, the noodle unblocked me. I can't believe it. After he called me corny and everything. So apparently the noodle is unblocking all kinds of people. When I did my video the last time, I got a lot of comments that people said that he was unblocking this person, he was unblocking that person, and whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I haven't been unblocked. I'm sure I wasn't high on his radar of people to block or not block, right? So anyway, but he did unblock me. So I want to say, officially, publicly, thank you, Dennis. It means so much to me from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you unblocking me. No, but I do think this, like, so since that video that I did, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't really give a rat's ass if somebody blocks me or not. You know, as far as like a drama point of view, what is just happening to this light all of a sudden? It's like, this little light of mine. Anyway, I mean, from a receipt point of view, and Dennis is not somebody that like I'm going to like have to like get like deep, dark receipts on, but like, he is real easy to find. I mean, he only blocked me on Twitter, like, on one account, you know? So, like, it's not like it's, like, real difficult, you know? But anyway, but I will say this. Since this apology video, I have been reading some of the tweets that he's been put out and things like that, and some of them, I would say, you're starting to get into some problematic areas again. I think that this is the thing with people like Deaf Noodles and Shane Dawson and other people like that is I don't think I think if they're sitting around in a group of friends, like jokes that they would tell, I don't think that they realize that those aren't appropriate jokes, okay? Like, I don't know if maybe the maturity level of their friends is not on the level that you realize, like, those are not jokes that you tell. Like, those are not appropriate jokes, you know? You know, sometimes he puts out some things that I think are a little bit like, I don't know. Like, he put out something the other day that he was like, every girl's breakfast, and it was like an iced coffee and like a vape. And to me, it was kind of like, okay, like, I get where you're coming as far as like, you think this is funny and this is haha and whatever. It also could be slightly seen as misogynistic, you know? And I think that's where Deaf Noodles is going to have to be very careful with his humor, because I don't think he really is that funny. And I think that's the thing, is he wants to be so funny. He wants to be a comedian, and he really wants people to enjoy him. And this is where I said all along, and I gave some really great advice to Dennis if he ever watched my videos, which, I mean, he apparently watched my last one because I said he didn't block me, so he unblocked me, so he must have watched that one. But I don't know if he watched my other ones, but, you know, I gave some really good advice in those videos, and I said, if you really want to be a comedian, go train underneath a real comedian, you know? Go work with somebody. Go write for a comedian. You know, go apprentice underneath somebody that has a club if you really want to have a club. Do those things, you know? And that's not just for being a comedian. That's in any form of any kind of business that you want to do. You know, if you want to be an electrician, you go apprentice underneath an electrician. If you know, want to do this, you go do that. You know, it's like, this is just how the world works, you know? That we have apprenticeships and we have, you know, all these different things that we do and internships and whatever to learn the trades and the talents and all this kind of stuff. It's no different with comedy. You know, to assume that you are so funny that you are going to just like go out on a stage and you're going to just have it right away, it's not it, you know? And here's the thing, is that I think we live in a world where there are people that are getting very funny, like on TikTok or on Instagram Reels, and then all of a sudden, do you see they'll go on like tour across country? And it's interesting to me, like, what's the one guy's name? Matt Matteo or something like that? I think he's hilarious. But there's like that guy, and the guy that holds the little microphone, people say I look like him a little bit. We're both from Indiana, and he's about my age. And he holds a little microphone and talks about coming from the Christian, you know, household and whatever. You know, but you see that there's not like 100 of them. There's like maybe 10 or 20, right? Like, I don't think people really understand that, like, some of this true talent that can translate from a TikTok or an Instagram reel immediately to a stage, like, those people had it before they ever woke up and got in a TikTok to begin with, right? So it's just like, it's not something that you have to to be taught for those people. And there's really only like 10 or 20 of them that just boost to fame like that. There's not that many of them, you know? And stand-up comedy is really, really difficult. If you want to watch a great movie about stand-up comedy, go watch the movie Punchline with Sally Field from back in the day, and Tom Hanks, I think. You know, it's a fantastic movie about how hard people have to work and whatever, you know? And there's like been a lot of documentaries about it. So for the Noodle to assume that he's just going to open this comedy club and he's going to have these people and it's going to take off, I think to some degree is a little bit, I don't know, like a little bit arrogant to think that he has it all to pull this together. So anyway, but that being said, I wish him the best. Now, he has come back to doing drama videos, and he did apologize for the last year in this little video and stuff like that. I'd kind of like to sit down with Dennis, and I would love to do like an interview with him and just be like, here, I got some questions, like, here's what I want to know, right? And ask him specific questions about specific things, about loans that he supposedly took out, and what he really thought he was doing at the time. I mean, I'm not even so concerned about that, about how he screwed over the people closest to him, right? Like, I think that is horrible if that's true, but I'm really more interested in, like, what was he thinking at the time? Like, what was going on? Because people have speculated a lot of things, right? But I'm really more interested in, like, what was his thought process at the time? Like, what was his end game? What was his end plan? Because it didn't work out, obviously, if he's now putting out a 5-minute apology video and his videos are getting 5,000 views a video, and he's doing what he was doing 2 years ago when he was getting 100 to 200,000 views a video. So he killed his career. Like, Deaf Noodles is a perfect example of how to ruin your career. And, you know, to come out and realize that almost too late is kind of sad. I'm somebody that has said in many videos, I believe that people deserve 5th, 9th, 10th chances. And I do believe that. I do believe that people deserve that if they do the work to try to do that. But I hope that Dennis is doing the work. I hope that he's working on himself. I hope that he's maybe talking to somebody professionally. I hope that he's surrounded by support people. And I hope that he's really taking a look at how he really hurt people, because it was really about, like, the tweets that he was putting out, the things that he was saying in his comedy show that were inappropriate, the way that he was attacking people online. I mean, just on and on and on and on. It wasn't just like all of a sudden he stopped doing commentary videos. It was just like how he was responding to his audience, and he just didn't care about this audience that had really helped him get to where he got to build this comedy club, you know? So that was that. And then I have to tell you what was interesting was that he tweeted out, hold on a second, I just had him pulled up. He tweeted, I did have it pulled up. He tweeted out, this was on the 17th, look, the Crab Shack got a sign. And he is pointing up, here, I'll put the picture up here for you somewhere. And it says Deaf Noodles Comedy Club, okay? And he says, this one goes out to everyone that said I'd fail. Thank you for keeping me motivated to prove you wrong. Thank you to everyone else that supported this crazy idea. I had to chase my dreams. It was all worth it. Love you all. Now, I have to tell you, what's interesting to me about this comment is I would have preferred and have seen a real innate organic change in him had he just posted the sign, you know, and said, my comedy club's open or whatever, and let the people say what they had to say, right? But to come out and say, this one goes out to everyone that said I'd fail. Thank you for keeping me motivated to prove you wrong. Now, I'm all for people that, like, push you, you know, and say, like, you're never going to make it and whatever. When I got sober, I had a bunch of old men that would say to me, you know, I have drank more than you've spilled, or I've spilled more than you've drank, right? And you're never going to make it, and you're never going to stay sober, and you're never going to do this, and you're never going to do that. And I've been sober for 28 years. And trust me, they're still in my head. So I get what he's saying, right? But I think, like, in this instance, I think it would have been a little bit, I don't know, more humble if he would have, because those men, when I see them, I thank them today. Sincerely, I thank them for being there for me when I was early in sobriety. And today, they are still people that are mentors to me, and they are still people that I look up to, and they are still people that I do what they do because I want what they have. And so for me, when he comes out and he says this, and he's like, look at all of you that said I'd fail. See, I made it. It's kind of like, come on now, Dennis. Like, let's not be, this is not a moment to be arrogant. When you just came out with an apology video like a month ago, this is the time to be humble, okay, and kind of be, you know, whatever about it. So, but a lot of people on here are really supportive of him, you know, like, let's go, congratulations, all this kind of stuff. People on there are, like, asking him if he's, like, invited Salvo and stuff like that. We're so proud of you. Somebody said nice. A lot of people are, like, making kind of, like, jokes about it. Proud of you, whatever. Somebody said McNoodles. So it goes on and on and on. Keemstar said, you need a logo, it's too dull. Somebody responded to that. And so somebody said, this man is so sexy, I want his hairy cock down my throat. Never a dull moment on the Deaf Noodles Twitter train, is it? Anyway, too much. I can't. Let me know what you think. You would prefer a Jaclyn Hill video any day over that, wouldn't you? All right, let me know what you think in the comedy section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.